If you've been looking for a new home in the Vail area, or maybe you're looking for something that's just in the Vail School District, but Vail proper seems a little bit too busy for you, you're gonna wanna stick around because in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through a new Richmond American subdivision in Corona de Tucson and show you what it has to offer. Let's check out the sanctuary at Sycamore Canyon. If you're thinking about moving to Tucson, Arizona, you have come to the right place. My name is Dustin Smith. My wife Jennifer and I have helped hundreds of people move to and from Tucson, Arizona. So whether you're moving in 12 days, 12 weeks, or 12 months, we got you covered. And we put out new videos every week from neighborhood tours, home tours, places to eat, things to do. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you're ready to make that smooth move to Tucson, give us a call, text, or email anytime. All right, so today I'm walking you through a new subdivision by Richmond American over in Sycamore Canyon, Corona de Tucson. So I'll give you a little bit of information about where this community is, how far it is from other things you might want to be in closer proximity to. And then I'll walk you through a couple of the models and kind of show you what's going on with the neighborhood. All right, so Sycamore Canyon being in the Corona de Tucson area, Corona is gonna be south of the Vail proper area, a little bit closer to the Rita Mountains, and kind of that halfway point between Vail proper and the Rita area. It's definitely a fast growing community. It is part of the Vail School District, which is one of the top rated school districts in the state of Arizona. So that alone is kind of a big draw out here. Homes are gonna typically go for a little bit less than they do in the Vail proper area, and there's a lot less traffic out here, but there's also a little bit less like amenities such as like grocery stores and stuff. So you'll find yourself either committing into like the Rita Ranch Tucson area or over to Rita for some basic grocery shopping. You're about 25 minutes away from Costco. They do have some Vail schools out here, but a lot of people that are aiming to get into the high schools are usually looking at like Empire, Cienega, or Micah Mountain High School. Those are gonna be about 20-25 minutes away. But as far as like the elementary and the middle schools, a lot of people out here love those schools too. So you have options in here for your younger kids, and then when they get a little bit older, probably gonna be making that commute, hitting the bus to go to those other high schools. So I grew up in the Vail area, and even to this day, I have a lot of friends in the Vail area and Corona de Tucson, and I do have some of my favorite things about the area. So if we're looking at the Corona de Tucson area, I mentioned we're not too far away from the Rita Mountains. We have a lot of national forest in the area, so it's a great place to go explore. You're just, a short drive away from exploring Madera Canyon, which will take you these dirt roads that ride along the Rita Mountains. They go from Green Valley pretty much out to the Sonoyta area. It's gorgeous out there, tons of wildlife. There's actually some greenery, beautiful mountain peaks, change of scenery completely from what you would think the Sonoran Desert looks like. There's caves out there. There's great 4x4 trails, or just off-road trails to take your dirt bikes out on to go horseback riding. Overall, just get out there and enjoy the beauty of what Arizona has to offer you. I also just kind of love it out here. It's a little more peaceful. A lot of people, they think of Vail proper. You have the railroad tracks out there. You have so much new construction going on out there that can feel really busy. And don't get me started about the traffic out there. A lot of people do complain about the traffic getting out to their schools, especially in the morning or when the schools are released. It can just really congest it, and what would normally be like a 5-minute drive to get out to the interstate and start heading across town can turn into a 10 to 15 or 20-minute drive. And if there's an accident, you can even add some time into that. And that's just one of those things that can be a pain point for people that have lived in Vail a long time and aren't used to what the growth has done out in that area. So within the sanctuary here, Richmond is developing 71 lots, and they do have some specs that are available for purchase right now, but pricing and availability on these things always changes. So if you're watching this in a few weeks, it may be different. Always reach out to Jennifer and I. We'd love to help you buy that new home anywhere in the Tucson area, and we'll get you whatever the current pricing, whatever the current incentives are. These things change all the time. We just want to help you with your home search in the Tucson area. So of those specs that are currently available, the starting point is going to be the Rayleigh model. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, 2,370 square foot, and they have that listed at $546,990, so basically $547,000. If you want something a little bit bigger, they're going to go all the way up to 3,070 square foot for the Yorktown model, and that's going to be a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 2-story. They have that listed at $646,853. So plenty of homes in between those two price points as well. But if you're wanting to build your own home in here, Richmond does have 6 models to pick from, and that way you can come through and pick out all your own finishes, make some customizations to the structural. They have plenty of options to choose from. Definitely worth checking out. A little bit of extended time period. You might miss out on some of those, really neat incentives that these builders are offering, buying down your interest rate, or sometimes helping you out with closing costs on those. All right, I think it's time for the fun part. Let's jump in and look at a couple models. All right, so where we were starting our video today was actually inside this Townsend model. It's standard 2,260 square foot, but they actually did a little changeover. Normally this is going to be like a 3rd-car garage over here. We have the 2-car garage that's currently being used as the office for Richmond, their sales office. Well, let me jump on the other side of the ropes real quick and let's start looking around. All right, the front ropes here. To the left is going to be the main entrance for the home, and with the current change that they have on the right, we have an additional door that gets you into the guest quarters, which we'll show you in just a couple minutes. So let's head on inside the Townsend model. Excuse me. So right away, we have a big entryway right here. So kind of a U-turn back there is that normal 2-car garage or the sales office right now. Coat closet. And then on the left, we have 2 guest bedrooms. So another linen closet right here. Should be a full-size bed with the reach-in closet in here. Next bedroom. Same thing, reach-in closet. And the shared bathroom right here with a dual sink vanity. Separate toilet and shower room. Now there's our main entry. If you would have taken a right here, we have an office area, small office that actually faces out front. All right, open concept kitchen, dining area, and living room right here. Let's check out the owner suite since we're over here right now. So in the little hallway with the owner suite is going to be the laundry room. Go around the corner right here, and we are in the owner suite. Good king size bed here. Give you an idea of scale, really, more than anything. So of course, facing the backyard, and a very large bathroom. Look at these tiles that they put in here too. These are huge tiles. And the walk-in closet. Let's take a closer look at the kitchen and dining area, and we'll get you over to that added on guest quarters. So lots of lighting, basically surrounded by windows out here, letting you capitalize on that Arizona sunshine. Get you through this kitchen. And kind of coming in between the living room and the kitchen is actually the entrance to this guest quarters. So walk-in closet on the right, dedicated bathroom straight on, and We are in another bedroom. And then another living room, kind of enough to let your guests really have their own space. So they have this set up with mini fridge, extra cabinets, you know, everything, but you know, full oven and stove. So there's the Townsend model. Let's go check out the Yorktown model. All right, next up is gonna be the Yorktown model. So let's get you into this beautiful 2-story home. As you can see, the standard or the base square footage right here is gonna be 2910, but they do have an addition here. And I don't think I mentioned that this is a 4-car garage on there. So let's go ahead and get you inside. Little covered entryway right here. All right. So we get in the entryway, we look up, we can see the loft kind of looks down when you first come in the door. And to the right, we have that staircase. So this first door right here is the under the stairs storage with its own window. All right, that on the left is gonna be a coat closet. Walking into the living room area right here. So a nice open concept into the kitchen. Love what they do with these models, right? They do a pretty good job on their specs too, but all the bells and whistles are in here. So this is actually gonna be one of the additions that gives this home a little extra square footage. So I believe this is actually gonna be about 3,070 square foot, if I have my information right. So much window space surrounding that dining area. Now over here, we do have our downstairs bedroom. With a reach-in closet, pretty good sized room. And straight across from this is gonna be a full bathroom with a shower. That's gonna be your garage. I believe that the contractors are using that as an office right now. You come in from the garage, you have this extra closet right here. So let's get you upstairs. So definitely a large loft right here, feels plenty open. Pretty good sized couch over there too. And right when we came up the stairs, that first door on our left is actually gonna be the laundry room, and it faces out towards the front of the home. Now across from the loft right here is going to be your guest quarters section. So we have 3 rooms over here. First 2 rooms right here are gonna face out front. The reach-in closet. I believe these are full-size beds as well. There is your dual sink vanity for the bathroom, tub and shower room. And our final bedroom facing off towards the side of the home here. Now I love this. So all the different windows in this home, or which direction of the home you're facing out, are gonna have views of different mountains. So you'll get the Santa Ritas, the Tucsons, the Rincons, and the Catalinas out of here. So different mountain ranges every direction. So ensuite bathroom in here. I didn't notice that on my initial walkthrough. All right, let's head over to the owner's suite. Definitely a king size bed right there. I think that's a California king. Large walk-in closet here. Basically a room of its own. And look at that shower. Again, another beautiful shower. Hope you guys have enjoyed checking out the sanctuary at Sycamore Canyon with me today. Hopefully you found this useful. If you did, find it useful, make sure to hit that like button, or if you have any questions, you can reach out to us directly, or you can put them in the comments. We love hearing what you guys have to say. Even just a hello in there is always welcome, definitely. And if you guys are ready to make that smooth move to Tucson, Arizona, Jennifer and I would love to be the ones to help you out. Give us a call, text, or email anytime. And of course, as always, we look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks again. Bye.